And we are back, y'all. Hey, welcome to my channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews. This is your boy James. I'm here to give you my honest opinion while trying to wash my mouth. Not gonna happen in this video, but that's all right. Joining me as always, my special guest, my co-host, my BFF in the whole wide world, Mrs. Best, aka my girl Amina. Y'all say what's up.
Hello, world.
You guys are coming to this video. We just got done doing Bell Collective, which is one of my highest view shows. If you guys want to go ahead and see it, wait, watch this first, and then go back and see that. Okay, good. We good.
Is it one of your highest views?
It is one. Bell Collective is one of my highest reviewed shows. Um, Couples Therapy does beat it, but that Couples Retreat, not Couples. So Couples Retreat does beat it, but when that show's over, we're done recapping it. Bell Collective comes in second. So
Oh, good
hey,
for you. Good for you.
yes. I wish I would get my subscribers from all those fees, but hey, I'm gonna get there, and I ain't worried about it. I'm gonna take my time and learn the ropes. But we're doing a little cute little recap. This one won't take long at all. This is a Real Housewives Potomac update, along with a Real Housewife of Atlanta update of what's going on in the news. Overall, this past weekend, we had a lot of things happen that we need to talk about. So the first thing is first. If you guys do not know, Real Housewives of Potomac, they are filming currently. I'm not sure if they're done filming. I think they're still continuing. But there was a huge altercation with the friends of, not the main cast, but the friends of. So in the Peach Reported Daily, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the visual of the actual fight, and we're going to talk about who these women are. And I'm going to be upset, you guys, because me and Amina were talking when this first happened, and we thought for sure that this lady in yellow was Giselle that fell with their asses when they fell over, and it wasn't Giselle. I am so disappointed. I am mad. I thought for sure that was Giselle. I said, yes, because she's been needing that kind of fall down this entire time she's been on the show, but it wasn't her, y'all. So we're gonna watch it, and we're gonna, kind of discuss what's going on and where this is all stemming from. So let's go ahead and let me share my screen with y'all. And as you can you see it?
I can.
This is the fight. I'm gonna rewind it,
Shout
but
out to the
this is
Beach Report. I think I
yeah.
follow.
Shout out to the Peach Report Daily. She or whoever this is, I don't know if it's a male or female. They always come with the tea. They always come with the links. If you don't follow them on IG like I do, you are missing out on all this drama. But this comes via way of them. So shout out to Peach Report Daily. I'm gonna go ahead and play the clip. So that is Candace's friend in the blue right there. And the lady she's fighting is Ashley's friend, Deborah, who was on their last season.
Oh, nasty ragamuffin looking
And then
one.
the girl in yellow, who we thought was Giselle, which still looks like Giselle to me. I'll play it one more time. That looks like Giselle.
It does
And I
look like.
know and I know it's not her, but that looks like Giselle. Oh, Whitney looks good, y'all. But
And
oh,
she tore that ass up.
she sure did. I thought that I was so mad that was Giselle because she got knocked down on that floor. Damn. Okay. So I'm gonna remove it off my screen now. So we know that Deborah last season accused Chris Bassett, which is Candor Diller Bassett's husband, of inappropriately flirting with her.
Which never happened, and there was proof that it did not.
Yes. So we know that obviously that drama is going to continue. But if you guys saw in the fight that she threw a drink on Candace and it hit the friend, and that friend is bad about it. See, on reality TV shows, you have to have a friend that's bad about it. Candace's friend, what is this young lady's name? I'm gonna have to look it up because I forgot.
Didn't catch her name, and I want to know her name because
Yeah, because this is what I'm gonna be rooting for when the show comes back.
I
I'm
know
gonna be
people
rooting
don't
for
like
her.
Candace. I like Candace. I think that people's issue with
Um,
Candace is her mouth, but if you don't play with her, then you won't have to experience that mouth.
I agree. I agree. I feel like a lot of people bring that upon themselves.
Mhm.
So you gonna get a crossfire of Candace,
'Cause she don't
but
attack people.
she makes a lot of sense, and I think that that's why I like her. Like
Mhm.
the when she gets into it with people, it makes sense. It's not for never no reason, which is a lot of the times that cast has a lot of that going on, where they'll get into it with somebody, and there's never any defined reason. Robin, Zell, hell, Ashley, Mia. I'm talking about all y'all.
Is
Y'all
Mia
will get in.
coming back, or is she?
Mia actually was in the extended clip, so I'm not gonna play the extended clip, but Mia was there. She was at the party, so she's coming back obviously this season. Why she's coming back, I have no idea because she has nothing. A lot of people, are confused because Mia's coming back not with that business anymore, as she tried to explain, which I actually understood what she was saying. A lot of people don't understand how that works. Mia just didn't explain it right. I know what kind of business loss this was to her.
I think the point is she didn't explain it right because she's not a real CEO.
So yes,
Just
I mean, no, she could be a real CEO. She just got, I think she shares the
a
title
real
with her
CEO
husband.
would understand business well enough to explain it in a way that makes sense to other
So
business
yeah,
owners.
I can't get this lady's name, y'all. So I'm sorry, but Candace Friend, that's what she gonna be known. But to kind of touch base on, if you guys don't know how that properly business works, and you would like an explanation of how Mia was voted out of her business, watch The Family That Prays by Tyler Perry. There's a
Mm.
scene with Kathy Bates and her son, because her son tried to do the same thing to her, and it backfired. That
Hostile
scene,
takeovers, they are a thing.
mhm,
Thing.
absolutely. But that is definitely a better way to explain how that works. Basically, everybody has to agree on the same thing. And that's what happened. Everybody agreed on the same thing, and that's how she got voted out. If one person objects, that means that they have the controlling vote. So realistically, if one of them said no, then Mia could have fired the brother because she would then have the controlling vote. It's very tricky. I don't know what white man came up with that kind of business, but it's very popular, especially in construction and also the hotel industry. They vote that exact same way. It is crazy,
Hmm.
but that's what you get when you get a whole bunch of investors. But
Hmm.
moving on. So that's the fight, y'all. I am curious. So do you think that this Chris drama is still continuing forward, or do you think this is the aftermath?
Um. Oh, I. I don't even. Oh, Lent went on me. I don't even know where to begin with it. The girl Candace friend can fight because Candace can't, but her friend can. The she connected and she didn't pull hair. I hate bitches that pull hair because if somebody
Yeah, and I
you
think they
think
said
I'm
she
gonna
the
be
good.
pull my hair all you want. I'm gonna be knocking you in your fucking face while you do it. So
The girl in the yellow, I think, is Wendy's friend, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that's what they said. Wendy's friend.
no, the
Um,
friend of Candace's is Candace and Wendy's friend, and the other one was Deborah Ashley's friend.
yeah,
Who
Deborah was Ashley's
is
friend, and then
Deborah's old.
Kiana. Oh, Kiana is her name. So Kiana is the girl that whipped her ass. And but I'm trying to figure out who was the
I think
lady
it's
in
Dr.
yellow.
Wendy Osefo's friend. But
Yeah, the lady in yellow is Dr. Wendy's friend, but I don't know her name.
yeah, I have no idea.
And I'm
All
glad they let them three have friends on the show because, or letting Candace and Wendy, because they always seem like they're on the outs all the time. So the fact that they let them have friends of the show, I'm excited to see how that's going to work out.
I think
Yeah.
that they need to I'm tired of RHOP. And it's like you guys are airing this fight before because I mean they did it in a public place, so I get that people recording this stuff, but I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of the I want to see Ashley, Giselle, and Robin keep that same energy for that ugly ass bitch, Deborah. I'm sorry, I said it. That bitch's face is atrocious. I know I'm no spring chicken, I'm no Beyonce, but you see the side stills they be catching of her, I'll be like, ooh, ooh. Here's the thing.
I'm not going to go that
Deborah,
far because I said I was not going to do that. I'm
I'm
not going to
going
attack
that
you.
far. I'm tired of these weird still shots of Deborah from the side looking all sorts of crazy. My thing with this cast is I think the show is becoming uh, too much on aggression, if that makes sense. Not just with the fighting. I think RHOP is going is headed in a direction that's not going to be positive. At this point, y'all giving Love and Hip Hop, and y'all need to do better. They haven't even had an altercation on Love and Hip Hop yet, and these are the people you'd expect. Now, most of the trash from Love and Hip Hop's on Zeus now, but I'm just making the point like the worst of shows, the most ratchet of shows don't have this many issues with fights and rumors. And I'm tired of the Real Housewives of Potomac cast as a whole. I think they need to get rid of Giselle. They need to get rid of Ashley. They need to get rid of what is her name? What is that other one? Giselle, Ashley.
Robin.
Yes. Damn. See, I can't even remember the hell.
You can't remember the half a name because you know what? And I said this before. They should have got rid of Robin seasons ago.
Oh yeah.
What does Robin bring to this franchise? Bravo in that call center, since this is a Bravo, video. I can't do it on my other videos. Bravo up in that call center. I need a complaint to go to headquarters. And my complaint is why in the fuck, and yes, y'all can write fuck in that complaint, is Robin still here?
Yeah.
I know y'all not keeping her because of this wand shit. I know y'all not keeping her because of that. There is nothing that them two could explain to me that will make me feel better about that situation. So why is Robin here? Robin brings absolutely nothing to this show. She has never brought anything to this show. She hasn't brought anything since she was broke season 1, season 2.
All she does is help Giselle's messiness, and I want to see.
And we're tired of that.
How messy are you by yourself, Giselle? I'm tired of the cast. I know people love Karen Huger.
No, Karen can go too.
Karen
Bravo up in that call center.
The grand dame is a liar.
And that's the thing about, I like Karen. I do. I like Karen. But
she's funny, but she's
Karen. She does not fit the mold of these people. She does not fit the mold of these other ladies. She's way, well, not way, because Giselle right behind her, but she's older than a lot of these girls. So that's why I'm like, okay, I can't.
She's much older than a lot of these women.
Yeah, so
I'm not
can't.
saying that to be shady. It's just that this
big. You can tell like there's a lot of the dynamics are weird when she's on screen with them. It's kind of like their mother and daughter dynamic, and we don't want to see that with some grown ass women. Like,
she also refuses to interact with people. When she does something messy, tells a lie, Karen will just tell more lies, lean in. Rihanna likes my perfume. Okay, and Nicki Minaj liked the show too. That don't mean shit. I don't know. As for the fight though, I am interested to see what it is about. The way Candace picked up that bottle, I feel like it definitely
I feel like this is
to do with her husband. But Candace, stop picking up weapons.
No, I feel like this was
throw it right back, but you don't pick up the bottle to hit them with. So
I feel like this is the straw that broke the camel's back. I feel like this fight that happened, because I feel like there was more shit in between the earlier part of the season, that this was kind of like the aftermath of like, okay, I can't take this shit no more. Like, you finna go down. And that's what I feel like, because a lot of the times we haven't really heard any Potomac gossip since we know that the 2 Nigerian women, Wendy and whatever the other doctor's name is, that made it onto the cast, we know that they're going to get into it, which I'm disappointed. I'm going to say that I am disappointed. I know that not all Nigerian people get along. I get that. But I thought for sure she was coming, especially coming away by Ashley. I thought for sure she was going to cross over to the Candace and Wendy side. I don't know what happened to where she's not. But
Wendy's an asshole. And it's just that. And I like Wendy, and I don't stand for what the women tried to do to her, the bullying and stuff. But the way Wendy handles these people is very much so. And as someone who has some actual African culture in me, Kenyan, Nigerian, and Ugandan, just for those wondering, it doesn't. Nigerians, Africans in general, will come here to America with the attitude of, oh, they call us Black Americans. Like, ooh, you guys, we have the same struggles and we make ourselves better. We pick ourselves up and you guys just make excuses and act ghetto and stuff. So they do have some negative stigmas and stereotypes towards African-American people who are not born in Africa. And even people who have African blood and American blood who aren't doing like the things that they do. Like they tell me all the time, you don't have no kids. Oh, you're a disgrace, this and that, this and that. So it's how it is. However, I think Wendy has that attitude of, I have this education, so I'm better than the rest of the cast in some ways. And then when Wendy argues and gets in people's faces, she does things that when they do them the things that she does when it's done to her, she can't take it, but she has no issue dishing it out. So Wendy Osefo is definitely an asshole. I do think that her husband Eddie looking at booty models embarrassed her a little bit online, but I do think that they love each other and stuff. As for her getting along with another Nigerian, it doesn't surprise me that she's not. Um, they have a different culture, which means they have a different way of thinking than African American and Black people here. Okay. It's not all we got to stick together. We got to stick together. It's not always like that. Um, the other thing, too, is that other lady may be feeling like I'm going to stick on the side of Ashley and Giselle and them because they're OGs. They've been here since season one. I want to be with the OGs and who's here since season one. So I'm thinking that could be what it is. But I'm honestly, RHOP needs a cast refresh. We need a change. The show is going in a direction. It seems like since that fight with Monique, these bitches just comfortable fighting. And whoever comes into the show is comfortable fighting. And it's interesting because though Monique Samuels is a problem, her own worst enemy, they really did villainize that woman for snapping and her cool. And I want to see them keep the same energy for whoever was wrong in the situation because we don't know yet. We just got the clip. I can't fully comment because it's just a clip. I need backstories. I need more.
So I'm gonna say this because I agree with your assessment of Wendy 2 seasons ago. Absolutely, I did. Minus that situation with Giselle. Yeah. Everything else, I will give you that. The situation with Giselle, no, she was well within her rights.
Oh no, Giselle's disrespectful. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, no, she was well within her rights. That's why I'm saying.
But there's more bad to Wendy than we've gotten good, and we've only gotten the chance.
Right, and that's why, and I understood that. No, I'm gonna call Wendy out when she on bullshit. I like Wendy, but I'm gonna call her out when she on bullshit. Last season, no, Wendy was well within her rights. Then season before that, aside from the Giselle situation, I feel like there's one more situation in there somewhere because the Robin shit was last year, right? She got along with Robin 2 seasons ago. So the Giselle shit, no, she was well within her rights. Anything else she did after that, maybe I would agree to that. But I'm gonna say this: I do not want this to be ice Wendy out to move this other lady in. And I don't want this to be, oh, well, Candace is too aggressive. You see how she acts in this club picking up that bottle. I don't want this to be because we don't know what Deborah did. Deborah threw the drink first.
All we know is Deborah's history, which is telling lies. And this isn't just like when we were just on Bell Collective, like a little timbre lie, like someone lying about themselves. This lady is telling lies that could interrupt and discredit the character of these people.
No, and I agree.
From Deborah before. I don't like Deborah. I'm never going to like Deborah. And
Deborah never gave room to like her. And that's the thing. Yeah. That's the thing. And see, and this is my point that I'm going to say. These women have a way, because when Wendy had that drink drawn on her from Mia out of nowhere because she said something that struck a nerve with Mia, she used her words, people still looked at Wendy, especially the cast members, as the aggressor and felt like that drink in her face, I wouldn't say that she deserved it. I'm not saying that's what they said, but they made it seem like that was a result of you antagonizing somebody. And that's what I did not like, because that's not what she did.
They were both antagonizing each other too. She was just responding to her.
She was responding and she got the better of the brunt because she's better with her words.
People, this is how you guys are giving life to Candace's opinions on colorism. Because when somebody as dark as me on the TV screen hits someone or does something, it's taken the entire, it's taken wrong. I definitely feel where Candace is coming from as someone who is of darker complexion. My skin is very dark. I have a light in front of me right now so that you guys can see me, and that's not even helping. I'm not insecure about it or anything, but we do, and I have dealt with that. And it's usually from Black people. So
absolutely.
Colorism
growing up in our high school, we saw it all the time. There was always someone lighter complected fighting somebody that was darker complected. And the person that was darker complected was seen as the more aggressive one, even though she wasn't the one that started the fight.
Yeah. I actually had
So
an ex of my husband's question why he would be with somebody so dark when he got with me. So I'm like, the colorism is real, and most of the time,
it is.
it's from people of your own community. I hope that the cast, the only good thing in this being seen before the show actually airs, is maybe the cast will have some time to see people giving comments like, and don't say that shit is because don't treat nobody different. Keep the same energy that you have for the young lady who attacked Deborah for Deborah. Until we know what's going on, we can't comment too much as people who are doing blogs and whatnot online. We have to, but this cast
Yeah,
needs
but
like
we're only going. We're going based on what we saw. We saw Deborah stand up, throw a drink, and it go in Candace and Kiana's direction.
And to those who are
Kiana,
saying, "Oh, she threw a drink," that doesn't mean she can hit her. Have a drink thrown in your face and see how the fuck you
let me
feel.
explain something
Somebody
to
threw
you.
a
I
drink
don't
on
care
me
if
in
it
the
was
club.
a.
I got put out that motherfucker. That shit burned. As soon as my eyes started burning, I just start swinging. Couldn't even
Let me
see.
explain something. I don't care if it was a drink, cotton balls, or Q-tips. Do not throw anything at me. Is what
That's
I'm saying to
violent.
you. Do
That's
not throw
violent.
a fucking thing at me. If you throw something at me, yes, that is a self-defense mayhem
And
that you
if you put
finna
us in
get.
that scene, if somebody throws a drink on James and it hits me, I'm probably getting to them before he do.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. I know she is. That's why I'm like. That's why I was like, fuck, don't let that drink hit her. Don't let that drink hit her. Please don't let that drink hit her. And don't even let the drink hit me because she might just go on my
I'm
behalf
coming
and just
after
start swinging.
you.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
loyalty, especially for
Yes.
people who are friends of. And that's what we have to remember. Candace,
These are like if
daughter,
I'm on a show and I invite Amina on the show, this is y'all have to understand. This is my friend of almost 20 years. We have been through a lot
we don't give a
together.
fuck about the cameras. I
We
will
don't
say
care about the cameras. We don't care about nothing. A drink gets thrown on me over some hating ass lady. I know she gonna fight. I already know. I know. I probably got to hold her
you
back.
can't hit her, but I can. And that's friendship.
Yes.
Hot
Amina
mess.
fight anybody. Hell, she'll fight a dog. Hell over me. Like it don't
I'm
even
a little
matter. Like
crazy. I'm not
yeah.
normal. I'm a
But
guy. Sorry.
yes, Real Housewives of Potomac does not come back to the fall, so I am really excited to see.
You're going to have quite
I'm,
a season to recap.
I know, and Bravo in that call center. I know y'all hear me. Do not play with me this season. I'm not playing with y'all. Do not play with me because I'm calling all the colorism out if I see it,
Yeah.
and
I
I'm
think
calling
the
all the
cast,
racial shit out on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City because Mary Cosby is coming back, y'all, and I am happy as hell because y'all know Mary Cosby is my top 5 favorite housewife, like
she's
top
a
5.
solid
Like
housewife. She's a solid reality
she's not,
TV
but because
personality.
and you know what it is, she mind her business. She literally don't start up with nobody,
And she don't fake for
and
the camera.
she don't fake for the
She
camera.
said, "This is
Her
my
loony
house. The
self is
carpets
her.
are green."
Yes, it's the most gaudiest, most ugly shit I've ever seen in my life, but she own it. That's
She's
her shit.
funny. I like Mary
I've
Cosby.
seen
I
all.
actually
I've
stopped
seen all 5
watching.
of Mary Cosby's houses. Let me explain something. I've seen all 5 of them. She has 5 houses. She don't even
Mhm.
tell y'all that shit. Somebody had to do investigating to pull that shit up and put it on a blog. Mary Cosby has 5 houses. Her house in Vegas is spectacular. Her
Mhm.
upstate, not upstate, Manhattan apartment, or I think she lives in Chelsea. Her New York apartment. Oh, so and I know the women hate on Mary on that show because she's the richest one of them all. So I know they
Salt
hate
Lake
on
City
her.
is also very racist.
Yes.
I've been
So
there multiple times. Years ago, my
I
parents
only
went to
been there twice,
go to
and that
school.
was enough.
I've been there
I don't
multiple
even.
times. My parents wanted us to go to school. I went to private school much of my childhood because I lived in a shitty neighborhood. I'm glad I didn't have to go to Elmhurst or Castlemont. But I'm trying to tell you, they had us going, and with private schools, you'll go, you'll sit in class, interact and stuff. Them kids was racist. And then I went back as an adult for work. And I had people who literally did not want to come into a business that had been there because there was somebody black working there. I'm like,
Oh my god.
what
Okay.
happened to Jesus, y'all?
For real, like they eliminate some parts. That's what I say. Yeah, that religion, is something else.
So it
But
would
yeah,
make sense that it would carry off into the cast, but I'm
yeah,
just
I'm not with it. I will tell you, I will get Bravo and that call center together. Submit some feedbacks and complaint. Watch them out review said to the CEO. I know he read that shit. Moving on, y'all. Real Housewives of Atlanta drama. So if y'all do not know, it has just dropped over the weekend that Bryce Bryant
Oh,
of
I
Nene
thought we
Leakes'
weren't
son.
talking about it. I was
No,
like,
we gonna talk about. I seen Real Housewives of Atlanta drama.
oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, you didn't see the thing. Yeah,
You did. I just be here.
okay. So Bryce Bryant, who is Nene Leakes' oldest son, has was arrested over the weekend. So I'm gonna read with Radar R Line. Shout out to Radar R Line. They posted what exactly. So he was accused of viol. Oh, hold on. I have to go up some. See, excuse me, because I'm reading this off of the thing because I don't really care for this, but I figure since this happened around the same time, why not just talk about it? So, um, he was arrested on possession of fentanyl over on July 3rd. So this happened quite a few weeks ago. This fool was then rearrested for basically saying that he was his brother Brent. So they rearrested him. And I don't know what charges he's going to get. I think, it's some type of identity theft situation. But Bryson has been a problem since the early seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Since as long as
Like
we've
I can remember shoplifting from Walmart. He stole some razor blades or something like that. And I just remember just thinking to myself, I just don't understand where Nene, because we saw her buying him houses. We saw baby mamas coming out of nowhere talking about he owed back child support. I think one of them is suing him actually. And I think that was another reason why he was in jail, failure to pay child support. Allegedly. I don't know. I have to look more into it because I don't really care, y'all. I just want to report on it because it happened around the same time. But I don't understand why he is so problematic. And it
because his
just
mama
takes me
ain't
back
shit.
to that scene. It takes me back to that scene where Nene was defending him to Sheree in that reunion. That there's plenty of celebrity kids that's on drugs. I can just remember her saying that. So it's like literally, it's been 10 years later and he's still doing the same shit.
I think that, listen, Nene is reality TV gold, and she's legendary
Hmm.
for reality TV. And I will always give her her flowers for that. But she is an awful person. That's my opinion. I can't say for sure that anyone's an awful person, but based on her handling of having to care for her spouse while sick, getting at him about that, Greg, when he was still alive, um, how she treats the women on RHOA, that was so bad that people were like, please just leave the fucking show, down to her man that she was dating up until his wife start coming out like, what the fuck is this? She knows about it. Like, this lady is not a good person, down to her stripper fucking past. Like, I don't expect good from Nene when it comes to interacting with people. Psychologically, I think that she's dealing with DID. Look it up. I'm not here to give anybody an educational sermon. Okay. DID. It's basically the modern term for multiple personalities. Um, I think Nene's got serious mental health problems. And that's why I'm more careful when saying I don't like her and feel these things about her versus how gritty I usually go. And I think that that is reflected in her children. The other brother, Brent, he had Greg Leaks and his family on their side. Bryce has a different father, was raised by Greg, but just based on how things go, how Nene is, and his decision to use his brother's name, to me indicate that he's definitely struggling with drugs. He's been struggling with drugs, obviously, based on the things that he's done, stealing razors from Walmart when your mama's worth millions. Why does your son feel he has to do this when you're worth millions? So there's obviously stuff going on in that family, I think, with addiction that she's trying to keep personal, which I can understand. But to use your brother's name
That's
instead of your own when your brother just almost died a couple months ago, that young
right.
man had a heart attack. The family, they definitely should not be on TV.
No, they shouldn't. And I feel for Nene. I do, because at the same time, even though we saw this happening time after time after time again, I still feel like there's a part of her that still enables a lot of his well-being. And I feel like if she start cutting him off, he's not gonna he either's gonna make it worse or he's gonna clean the shit up and do better. I think a lot of you parents are so afraid to watch your children hit rock bottom. And y'all
Have
have to
to.
understand
That's
something.
how they
You
learn.
have to do it. It's
Mhm.
hard for you. I'm sure it's hard for any parent to see their child hit rock bottom, but they have to do it. If they never hit rock bottom, they're never gonna know how to get back up.
It's just that.
And that is where I want this young man, because he's a young man. This man, I'm older than this young man. And I cannot imagine my mom coming out to save me from something when I got myself into it all the time. And that's what I feel like she does. She saves him from everything, buying him them houses, buying them cars, paying off one of the baby mamas just so she would shut up. It's like I can't fathom the thought that he feels like he needs to take responsibility because he doesn't. And it's
Yeah.
so sad because he has children. This man has, I believe, 4 children. And I just can't fathom the thought that your kids are looking up to you. I'm sure they see daddy and all the things of that, but they're also going to see this because you're on public platforms.
I think parents need to remember that there's going to come a time when you're not here, because the way it goes is we're supposed to bury our parents. Parents should not be burying their children.
Right.
So you preparing them for things like that when they're going through things. I know it's hard emotionally for parents. Go to therapy and use the money you would have gave your kid on healing and dealing with their struggle until they can get to a place of, sanity. But
Absolutely.
yeah, that's all I really have to say
That's
on
all
it.
we really have. I'm praying for Nene.
Mhm.
Everybody pray for Nene because this falls on her, regardless of it being her son. This falls on her. And I
Yeah.
feel like I'm seeing a lot more of her on the blogs within this last 2 years than I ever did when she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yep.
And
And
I
then
feel
look
like
what
that is,
happens with her kid, right? When that that happens. I think that
mhm.
when people and things of addiction and drugs are in here are happening, such as this, that is a reflection of how you raised your child. That's why I say, Nene, I don't have faith that she's the most loving individual in general and good with emotions. Boys in general struggle with that because whether you teach your son or not, they're going to pick up from society that they should keep their fucking emotions to themselves.
And
Uh,
that's a silent killer. I don't advocate for that on my channel or in my life in general. I don't advocate for people telling grown men they shouldn't cry or people telling black boys they need to toughen up. I'm not for that. That is
mhm,
the problem of why black men become abusive, men in
mhm,
general, but especially us because I'm black. I have to speak for us. Black men in general. This is why a lot of them are abusive. This is why a lot of them excessively use drugs, and it's to numb pain that they need to let out.
mhm,
And we need to start telling our kids, do not listen to society. My mama never told me I couldn't cry. Neither did my father. They've
mhm,
never told me I couldn't feel what I'm feeling.
mhm,
I hid my emotions because society told me I had to. But
mhm.
neither one of my parents told me I had to. So when I really thought about that, I had to start letting things out. Yeah, I've been in therapy since I was 18 years old. I am 33. I've been in therapy a long time because it never gets better. It
Mhm.
just never does. You just continue to just handle things differently than what you do. That's what therapy is for, is finding a way to handle things in a different way that
Mhm.
would be a better outcome versus you handling it the way you would have had you not gotten therapy.
Introspection.
Yes, absolutely. That's what it's for. So no, you never do. You heal from things, but you never really get out of those habits. You just have to find new ones to. And it's unfortunate. I don't know why this world created that, but this is what it is. But that's all we really have for that. We hope that he does. We hope whatever judge does, handle his case, that the judge tells him that you need to be in psychologist offices getting regular therapy because we need to understand why this continues to happen, why you continue to put yourself in the hands of the law because they already don't like black men. So I'm going to tell you now, get therapy. So whatever judge has this case, we're not saying be lenient. We're saying get him help
Mhm.
because he clearly needs it. Anything else you want to add, Amina?
No, I just hope that I send prayers to the family and hope that everyone heals through it. That's
Right. All right. So
about
that's it, you guys. This is it. We're gonna go ahead and get done with this video. The next video on the line is Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then after we're done with that, we're going to head on to Mrs. Best's channel to review Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So make sure you guys hang in there with us. Like, comment, and subscribe to both of our channels. We are trying to build these platforms up and trying to get our subscriber count up. But we do thank you guys for watching and viewing. We really appreciate y'all. Until the next video, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.